The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Steps away to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dorrance Armstrong able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Rodgers now to throw.
What the fuck is my guy doing?
Here,
running the whole other way?
Down on the 30-yard line
what kind of stupid shit-ass play was that?
Good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones, and he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are
you wouldn't be even coming
score.
Back without the lag. I promise you that. I don't know how you got home team, but you're the fucking host.
Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Wait, you think I was going to be clowning
now
off
after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
You can tell it's like on the play clock and game clock on the
out there, a jumbo package look.
Time.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
Look at that. Look at that lag.
Made by Devondre Campbell.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
That lag, son.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard up.
Shit, it's 10 o'clock at night.
Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Here go 46. Mike 7. Switch. Here go kill. Here go 46.
4th down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Elliott running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
951. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Toss left to Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Maher is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now As you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rodgers going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter.
Couldn't get off blocks or anything.
You don't want to use it up early,
You're definitely
right?
getting reported, son. You're either cheating or lagging out on purpose.
And that's what he did, although
you don't want to be
wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
To throw is Rodgers. Dancing to his left.
Thank you.
This is intercepted, and that should do it.
You can go ahead and quit now.
By Anthony Brown. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
Oh, look at him, little bitch boy quit.